Oh my god, it's like a mile 90. Been biking for like 8 hours at this point, I think. I think we're gonna finish, but it's gonna be tough. All right, going to Belgian Waffle. We got the bikes on the car. 8 hours to San Diego. Let's get it going. All right, what's going on? Sports Basement. Gravel Guy Goff here. This is the Belgian Waffle Ride San Diego 2022 recap. I want to take you guys along this race with me. Before we do that, I'll just give you a quick overview of how we prepared for this race. So, came down with some buddies. We got Airbnb in San Diego. The day before the race, we went and checked out the expo. We registered for the race. We got some, free gear and swag from the various vendors. Walked around. It was a super cool environment. Very friendly people. Everybody was excited to race, and it was just a nice way to come down before all the action. See what was going on, and really feel like you were a part of this event. From here, we went back to the Airbnb and did a little bit of preparation to get ready for the race.
Carbon bottle cages installed. Saved about 4 grams here.
Grand.
Make all the difference.
That's at least 2 hours straight.
Do it easily. If you don't prepare everything, I forgot to get gloves in time, but the universe prepares a way. I spun a wheel. I got some gloves, but they're long. See, sometimes you got to make your own fate in life. See, this is it. This is me taking control.
This is what taking control
This is what taking control looks like.
We also did a bunch of leg shaving beforehand, so that was a good time. All right, lining up, Belgian Waffle Ride, 7 a.m. Race starting about half an hour. Here we go. Belgian Waffle! And just like that, we are at the start of the Belgian Waffle Ride. This ride kicks off with this climb here that was pretty steep. It's aimed to separate the pack. Didn't really do that. We were pretty jammed up in this first little dirt section here. But it was fun. This was in the first 5 miles. And the vibes were good at this point in the ride. Folks were all feeling fresh. There was no big crashes. Everything was peachy. This little road section here was pretty emblematic of the race. It was very fast and flowy, so there was a ton of rollers in this race. It got a little bit sketchy at sections, I felt like, just because there were so many people and you couldn't quite see the road. But it also was just a ton of fun to be riding down these hills with 1,000 people. The race sort of continued on. This is probably from around the 20-mile mark. Things stretched out a little bit, but there were a ton of different pace lines to jump in. And that was one of the things that just helped me throughout the day, was finding wheels to stay on. I was riding with my friends Tien, Seth, Josh, Alex, and Noah, and we were together at various points in the race. This is one of the classic entries. This year it was not so jammed up. Other parts of the race were. Right here we're probably around the 25-ish mile mark, and things were still going good. That guy in front of me had a Specialized Pathfinder, the same tires I was running. The gravel at BWR was super varied. Some of it was hard pack gravel like you see in this clip. In other places it was super sandy. There were also rocky sections. I think my mountain bike skills helped me out here. I was able to get around folks whenever the trail got a little bit bumpier, a little bit rockier, which was, always fun. I didn't make up quite as much time on people as I did in Leadville, but it was still a way to gain ground on folks. Oh, in this section here, this is the image that you see on all of the marketing material. Really was not that technical. It was just a couple of rocks, totally rideable. I was able to get through this pretty easily. But like I was saying, the temperature was pretty hot today. On this day, we're talking 80, 90, even 100 degrees in some of the unshaded areas. Lost a ton of salt. It was very uncomfortable for parts of the raid. At this aid station, I got a bunch of pickle juice, which was great for getting some salt back in my body. For my nutrition, I used Morton drink mix. This stuff was amazing, 320 calories, 80 carbs per bottle. I never got hungry, I never had any stomach issues. My only complaint, I had a little bit of a salt deficiency, but I was able to make up for it. An amazing product overall. So as we keep moving along here, we're in this section. This was kind of tricky. There were like potholes along the ride that you can like see, or you can't see until the last minute. So like you can see right here, I almost put my front wheel right into that hole. It was very sketchy. This guy on the right here, you can see him like kind of slipping around in the sand on this clip. They're just like random patches of mixed terrain like that made the ride interesting and also kind of dangerous. In this clip, we have an example of me wasting my energy. So I was just like feeling froggy. It was like a beautiful area. It was the middle of the day, and so I figured I'd just like take a big pull off the front. Probably doing like 300 watts here. It's not sustainable. Belgian Waffle, inland San Diego County, honestly, like part of it looked like wine country or like parts of Spain. It was just like truly beautiful riding along the countryside like this. I was really into it. All right, so at this point, we're about 40 miles into the race. I want to drop you in real time to what was going on at this point in the race. Let's check it out. All right, we're at mile 43. How are people feeling?
My hand hurts.
Yeah, dude, what's going on? How are people feeling?
It's hot.
Yeah, the race is starting. Ah! So this is the point in the race where the fitness really came to shine. Seth, Josh, and Noah dropped Alex, Tien, and I pretty quickly right after this clip. We lost Tien. Alex and I lost Tien off the back here. And really, we just like settled into the pace that was going to allow us to finish the final 100 plus miles of this race over the next 8 or 9 hours. It was sort of this reality check moment in the race. So one of the reasons Belgian Waffle Ride is cool is it's an out and back. This is the front of the race right here. We've got Alexi Vermeulen in third place. He ended up winning this entire race. This next clip, we can see Pete Stetna and Sandy Florin just whiz by us right there. The really awesome thing is that you actually get to see these races happen, in front of the race happen in real time. Super fun. So we're about to get to the 60 or so mile aid station. Let's check in and see how everyone's doing in real time. All right, Alex, we're like almost halfway through this race. How you feeling?
Oh my God, dude. So I was having a lot of fun. You could say I'm still having fun, but dude, the things are starting to unravel a little bit. But anyways, it's a fun race. Dude, honestly, it's an amazing race though. Like, dude, the grapple part, so much fun.
Dude,
so much fun, but I am unraveling.
Yeah, this man is not lucid. How you guys feeling?
Oh, I feel fantastic.
Josh is looking good. He's been the engine of the train. Like good and terrible at the same time. Unclear about how things are gonna go for the second half, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm suckling on pretzels right now for the salt. See that?
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. Suck on it.
It's like in that little, like the first.
All right, so we are starting the Black Canyon climb right now. I think this was like the hardest part of the race. Super hot at this point in the day, over 100 degrees in some sections. The uphills were steep and really bumpy. The downhills were also super bumpy. I crashed here, lost a bunch of skin on my elbow and knees. This part of the day was really challenging. I think a lot of folks struggled in this section. There wasn't water. It was just really hard to get through this little bit. Black Canyon was closed out with this sand pit. Sand is very hard to ride through if you don't know. I had 42 millimeter tires on, and so I was able to like muscle my way through this. Honestly, it was like not the best expenditure of energy to like force myself to like ride through this sand here. You can see like I'm all over the place, but ultimately I was able to get through it. This is also unfortunately around the time when we lose the GoPro. I did the same thing as Leadville where my brain was all crazy. I forgot to turn the GoPro off. And right here, you will be able to see the last footage that I got. I rolled into an aid station, I put my bike down, and let the camera roll until it died. So that's what we've got for the GoPro. So let's see the end of the race now. All right, so there it is, Belgian Waffle Ride San Diego. I finished in 11 hours, 39 minutes, and 59 seconds. Super hard race, a lot of fun. I want to close it out and let you guys hear from some of the other riders and basementeers who did this race with me. Let's check it out.
My reaction to the race, I love the course. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot more technical than I thought it'd be, but I was happy with it. Disappointed at the aid stations, but a great race. I'll be back.
Yeah, the race, it went pretty well. Legs felt great the whole day. The course was a lot more technical than I was expecting, and definitely very underbiked, so that was less fun. But yeah, overall, I think it went well, and probably gonna do it again.
It was good. It was one of the hardest days on the bike I've ever had. I don't like riding on sand. That's one thing I can definitely say. Wish I went with some fatter tires with some tread, but it was a good day out. It was a long day. It was a great race. I think I'll do it again.
The race? This is how the race was for me. Boom. Boom. No, yeah, like Seth, I also learned that I really hate sand. But it was still a really fun ride for the parts I did finish. Bummed I couldn't go all the way, but I'm excited to try it again next year. At the end of the day, it was a great time out riding with some friends and going down to Southern California. So, yeah, I'd say it was a good experience despite my limp today.
Oh, the race, painful, kind of terrible, but also fun. It was really hard, a painful day on the bike, finished in 11 hours, 39 minutes, 59 seconds. Might do it again next year. I think I'll do it again next year, we'll see. Didn't come away unfazed or unaffected. But yeah, it was good stuff. Sports Basement, thanks for watching. Come on down to the basement. Get yourself a Basement Tiers discount. 10% off everything. Tell them Matt sent you. I got deals. All right.